Hello, great people. Welcome to a brand new episode of a Woman's Worth and Value podcast. Thank you for joining. Please go ahead and subscribe on the streaming podcast platform you are on. So here's the thing. Sometimes what we need to realize is that not everyone is going to be interested in what you have to say. Some of the people that you probably had conversation with many years ago, somehow now your relationship seems like there's nothing in common to talk about. So here in my first episode, I wanted to share something, a message that it's actually okay to be you and still be relevant in your own special way. Whatever situation or environment you are in, if you are not feeling it, then stop trying to force yourself to fit in that box. You don't have to be somewhere you are not wanted. I have been around people that have criticized and focused more on my weaknesses without actually giving any form of support. But on the other hand, I've also worked for people who have celebrated me, my skills, and built me up. Now that is love. Being in a place where there is love, with people that will spark your interest and also rejuvenate your mind. You know, sometimes you can be in a place, right? Maybe an event or family gathering, and you're seated, minding your own business. But then you start to notice some familiar faces that you haven't seen for years. Probably lost contact or deliberately deleted them from your phone for whatever reason, right? Okay, let's put that aside. But then you start to see certain eyes prying at you. And you're thinking, what's the problem? And even when you say hello, the hello back just sounds cold. And in some ways, you're starting to get that vibe that you're being judged for looking good. They're quite shocked to see that you are not in the same position that left you years ago. You've upgraded, you're glowing, you're happy. But they just seem uncomfortable by that. But you see, that is where the situation is. The day you start compromising with yourself is the day you start tumbling down a pit of self-doubt and self-destruction. That is the truth. Because really and truly, we shouldn't bother ourselves with things that don't matter so much and just keep walking in confidence. Leave them to whatever their problem is. Why am I saying this? Life comes with accepting the fact that not everyone is going to behave in the way that favors you. The moment I discovered this truth, not expecting anything in return from anyone and just focusing on myself, was the moment I started discovering my self-worth and value. So now I go out there and I find people who would appreciate the things I do and where my voice is heard. Listen, not everyone is going to support you, not even your friends. I'm not suggesting this, it's a fact. It doesn't mean they don't want success for you. Sometimes it just means that they probably don't understand your vision or just have a different opinion to what you do. But who cares? Who cares? As long as you are making a difference and using the gifts that God has given you and you're happy, then my friend, blow them away. I remember a certain point in my life I stopped hanging with people who would make me feel unappreciated. You know, being around the wrong people just to be popular is literally the loneliest place to be. Oh, I do not ever want to go back there. But now, I love being around people that inspire me. We could either share the same interest or discuss things that matter or just laugh about silly things. Over some great food, of course. And some good music. Yeah, and that too. And just having a cool time together. And not feel like I'm in a place where I'm being tolerated. So the key here is it starts with you. If you are listening to me right now, here's the truth. You need to walk like you are needed. Be in a place where people just want a slice of you. Because they can see you bring the extra energy, that contagious can-do attitude. Oh, they just want to be around you. It could be at your workplace or church or wherever. But you not feeling like people are intimidated by your strength. You see, the moment I'm in a place, right, and I'm starting to feel like my presence is being tolerated, I start to give my absence instead. I mean, I'll still be civilized and respectful, but that doesn't mean I have to stay. No. And this also applies in relationships. Sometimes, we hold on to relationships that are just not right for us. Be with someone who celebrates every piece of you. It's not about holding on to someone who only wants to hold on to someone else. That is wrong. You see, I remember dating this guy, right? This was many years ago. And he started demanding for things or certain behaviors that I just wasn't in support of. Like, he felt it was the norm to do whatever he requested. And trust me, I certainly wasn't looking for a partner that would make me go against what I believe in just because I want to please you. No. Although I did try to reason together with him, but from the moment you're turning a situation into a warpath and trying to manipulate the situation that I already know deep down is wrong, then I'm out. He was not the right fit for me. And that was okay. That was okay. Because I kept on moving forward, knowing the right person was still out there for me. And I always trust that who and what is meant for me will always be meant for me. And so that is the thing I want us to remember. That the right people are still coming. Oh yeah. The right people who will celebrate you are still coming. You just have to be patient. Just wait. I want you to know that you are an awesome human being. And the people who are blessed and lucky enough to be in your life know it. So continue to do your best work. Feel your best and never stop. And that is all I have for today. Please don't forget to follow on Instagram at Lawunmi Nwaiwu. And if you do have any questions or comments you'd like to share, please feel free to get in touch. Until then, continue being a woman of strength, and see you on the next episode of A Woman's Worth and Value.